Hi guys, and welcome to C Sharp tutorial of a login system. Okay, let's start by entering invalid login details in there. Yeah, the system inform you that that's incorrect. If you click on OK, now that will be first attempt. You have second attempts. Now let's try to get it right. There, and you enter your password in there. There we go, and the system opens up the second form. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C Sharp development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi guys, and welcome to C Sharp tutorial of how to create a login system. So I'm going to start by clicking on create new project, and now make sure in this template here you select your C Sharp. And if you don't have C Sharp, you can always come here, just drop that down and select the package you want to use. And make sure it's Windows Forms Application.net. Okay, so I'm going to click on Next. Give your project a name. I'm going to call that C Sharp underscore login system. Click on Create. Okay, now that your development environment is ready, you can always change the resolution or the size of your screen. So I'm going to make that about, just want you to fill up the screen. So let's make that 1500 by 800. There we go. Press enter. Okay, on my own system, this is what I get with 1500 by 800. But I want it to actually fill up the screen. So you might as well come here to Windows and make sure you select maximize. Okay, so when you click on run, your window should be, there we go. Okay, so now that that is done, can extend this, and now we're going to come up here where we have the toolbox. So I need panel. So I'm going to put one there and hold on to control, copy it. Just copy, bring it down. And right there, just drag it out much. Select both, and let's come into the properties here. See where we have border style. I'm going to make that fixed there. Okay, that will do. So I'm going to go back to my toolbox. Let's grab whole of text box. We also need labels. Scroll up, you should be able to see label there. Then I need button. Let's grab all of one button, then we copy it across. So I have one button there. Hold on to the control, click and drag. I have two, now I have three. Now, for the label and the text box, select both, hold on to the control, click and drag, just bring it right down. You can select the label and the text box again, go straight to the font. Let's increase this font to something much more readable, make that bold. I'm just going to type in maybe 28. There we go. That is fine. Now, one other thing, select both and just drag it that much. So that will do. That should do for your password and your username. You can always click on this small rectangle there and just select multi-line. Okay, repeat the same thing for this multi-line. So when you look at the size of it now, if you come to the size, you see it's about 600 plus by 89. So I'm going to copy that and just use that for this 600 by 89. There we go. So that's taken care of. Select the label and change the label to username. The text box right in front of the label, I'm going to change that to TXT username. And this text box here is going to be txt password. The label right in front of it is going to be known as password. Paste. And right here, these buttons, let's increase the font size. Select all the buttons and let's come right here and let's just make that maybe 30 bold. There we go. Okay, so this button here, I'm going to call that log in. And the variable name is going to be btn login. This one is going to be known as btn reset. There we go. And the display should be btn reset. It should be just reset again. There. This is going to be known as exit. So we change this to btn exit. There we go. Now let's enter a title here. So hold on to the control, click and drag and just change that to login system. Okay, let's increase the font size of the title. I want to make that about 48. That will do. There we go. That's it. So the interface is ready, and let's put some codes together. But just before I do that, I'm going to kind of like run it and see how that looks like. So let's bring this a little bit to the middle and let's run it and see. Click on run. Now, so let's double click on the form itself. Okay, right here, you see where we have public catcher class. From one, I'm going to declare the following variable. Let's just call that integer attempt, and I'm going to assign a value to it, make that 0. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an object. I'll call that form, and that is meant to be my second form that should be open now. So let's just give that a name. The name is second form equals new form 2. You might see an error there. It's because I don't have form 2 yet. So let's come in here. I just want to show you my solution explorer. Look at it. I only have form 1. Okay. If I now go back to my project here and click on projects, add form there. So I'm going to select form window, click on add. That's form 2 officially added. Okay. So let's go back to my codes and you'll see that error is gone. Alright, so let's go back to the design view. Double click on this very button there. And in there, declare the following variables. So the first one, I'm going to call it, let's say, username, comma, password. So I declare my variables there, username and password. Okay, so you cannot just give them the value. So the value of this is going to be, let's comment this one out for now, take care of this one, equals username. Okay, or let's say the password, the username is going to be admin. All right, so the next one, if that is admin, the password, let's say the password will be 12345. Make sure that is included though. So we have our username and we also have our password. Okay, next, let's use an if statement to check the value that goes into this username and this txt password. So let's go back in here and write down here using an if statement. If password, or let's say username, we can take care of username first. If username equals whatever we have inside, using equals txt username dot text, that's the first one, and open up a bracket again, password equals, do that again, password equals this. In that case, let's close, open up, add the brackets in there to group it together. Then come right down and enter curly braces statement, also known as statement block. In that case, the username is admin and the password is 12345. So in that case, we want form 2 here, second form, we want it to open up. So you can just bring that here. Let's say dot show. There we go. All right. So that means you've entered the correct details. So let's clear out the text box. Clear whatever we have on the text box equals clear. And you do the same thing for this very text box as well. The password, or you can just say txt password dot clear. Okay, they both do the same thing. There we go. All right. Then form 2 opens up. Let's hide form 1. So you can just say this dot hide, and that's it. Okay, so that means you enter the right details. I'm going to run it. I just want to show you guys what's going to happen if we enter the right details. Click on run. So here, enter admin, and here enter 12345. Click on login. There we go. It opens up form 2. Okay. Now, supposing the value that you enter is incorrect, else. Okay, else. Let's display a message box notifying the user that they have entered incorrect login details. Now you can just enter invalid login details. All right, that's the, you can put a comma and enter a title for it. So that title can just be login system. There, and enter another comma. Let's say message box button dot OK, comma, and message box icon. Let's go for icon. You should be able to see the icon somewhere here. Message box icon. So that should be one inside. So come in here and that. So that's what's gonna happen if you enter invalid details. Okay, so let's try this out. I'm going to run this now and enter invalid details and see what's gonna happen. So let's enter whatever in here, like invalid login details. Okay, once we click on OK, we want this system cleared. So let's come back in here And right here, let's clear all of the system and also set focus. We'll paste this in here so we can set the focus on username. Come right down here, paste dot focus. There we go. Now, we now want to use our attempts. The variable up here, attempts. So that means you have attempt in this case will be plus equals 1. Okay. In total, if attempt equals 3. If attempt equals 3, we want the system to say application dot exit. There we go. Okay, so let me try this out now. So let's run it. Enter invalid details in here. Attempt 1, clear. Attempt 2, clear. Attempt 3. There we go. System logged off. But you can also enter a message box there that will tell the user to see the admin department or system engineer or whatever. So you can just say, so in there we can just say contact the IT administrative department. There we go. Right. So let's run that again. I'm going to minimize this. Run. Invalid details. 1, 2, 3. So we have invalid details. Now before it goes off, it just tells you contact the administrative administrative department. Now that is taken care of. Let's take care of the resets. I'm going to copy that and let's come straight to reset here. Double click on reset, paste that in there. That's reset taken care of. Okay. One other thing that can happen is, you see, with the reset, we can always call reset function. 1, 2. Now contact the administrative department. With the reset, we can call that instead of me entering resetting here, we can just copy all of these. The reset button. Okay, you can get rid of this clear that you have in here, and just paste that in here. Get rid of this event and get rid of the object. So all you just have is going to be sender, comma, and that will be, this should be btn, and that will officially call the function inside the reset button. Okay, and this can be called here as well. When you enter the correct login details, we can call that, but since, okay, it's just going to hide it anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, you can still call it, it will hide it anyway. There we go. Now let's try it out and enter the correct login details. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see. There we go. We have form 2 open up. Okay, so that is that. So just one more thing for us to take care of. Let's take care of the exit. Double click on exit, and in here we can say dialog result Dialog result that is going to be I exit, I'm going to call it. And I exit is going to be equals message box. I want you to show as follows. So I can just copy all of this. Message box. So in here, I'm just going to change that to confirm. Confirm if you want to exit. Okay. And here, I'm going to change that to dot yes, yes or no. And this message box icon, I'm going to change that to question mark, dot keyword, question mark. There. Now, using the conditional statement again, the if statement will come down here. If I exit equals yes, then we just want the system to close. This is another way of exiting. You just say close. Okay, instead of application.close, you can just say application.exit, you can just say close. That's it, done. But one more thing, if I run the system now, for two more things, see the cursor is right inside the password I want it to write in here. So what you do is let's double click on the form load. Inside the form load, we can just say, you see right here where we have username, we can grab hold of that. Okay, when the system load up, txt username dot set focus. So run that, run. There, look at the cursor right in there. Now, one more thing. You see, when I run it and enter my details in there, and in here I enter my password, everybody can see my password. So we can just change that to a star or something. So let's come back again. Select this very form and the text box itself. And go straight to the properties. Inside the properties here, we want to change the password char. Just enter a star in there. And that's it. That's taken care of. I will just call at the end of this program. So let's run it and you see what I'm talking about, what I've just done now. Okay, in here, in tab on, username is admin and the password is 123. Look at that. There. Okay. And if you enter invalid details as well, let's say this one is correct and this one is incorrect. Then clear that and start it all over. So with that, guys, I'm probably the end of this brief tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. And please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.